Hello, Absolute Voice users and administrators. I'm going to show you how to configure the auto attendant dialing options. We're going to start at the manager portal. You can see here I'm on the home screen. From here, you're going to select auto attendants. And then you're going to select the auto attendant that you want to change the options for. Once you're in the auto attendant, you have your dial pad menu options. These options that you configure need to match the greeting that you've recorded. The greeting is going to offer the options to your callers, and then the dial pad menu is going to initiate the action. So there are many options that you have here in the dial pad menu. You can click on a button, and then the applications are here. You have a user. If you select an option for a user and you put in a username here, you can just start with selecting a number and search for the person that you wanted to go to. So in this case, I have calls going to Brian. So let's say that Brian is in service. I could, in my greetings, say for service, press 1. It would go to Brian. And then if I type in service here, when the user presses 1 and the call goes to Brian, he's going to see that it's a service call. The second option we have is conference. This would be a conference bridge. If a user presses 2, they could go to my conference bridge, and from my conference bridge, they would then here enter your participant code. They could enter a code and join a conference from there. Another option is a call queue. I can say for service, press 3, and then I can put the call queue for the help desk. The calls would then go to my help desk, and in here I could type in service. So my help desk users would see that the call is a service call. We have a directory. From here, if somebody were to press 4, they would hear, please enter the first few digits of your party's first or last name. They would enter the digits, and then they would hear the recording that the person had recorded for their name. We have an option to send a caller directly to a voicemail box. I can say here, voicemail box. They press 5, they're going to voicemail for Brian. This voicemail management is for your outside users to call in. They would call in, press the digit defined. It would ask them for their extension number and then their password. And that's how your users would log in remotely. I usually put that on the star key, so I'm going to skip over that for now till I get to the star key. You can define an external number. If somebody were to call in and I needed to send them to a number outside the system, I could certainly type in a number here. And my callers pressing 6 would then go to that phone number. Play message. I can record a message here, records just like we did the greetings, where you have the option to upload or record. This is used a lot of times if you wanted to say, let's say, press 7 for information on our location and ways to contact us. And then I could put in there directions to the location, our address, our website. That's pretty much what we're using that for, any type of announcement that you want to give your callers. Repeat prompt does just that. If I were to say press 8 to repeat this menu, if they pressed 8, it would repeat the menu. And then again, over here, we had talked about my outside users gaining access to the system so that they can check their messages remotely. We do have a couple other options here. If you want callers to be able to dial an extension number at any time while they're listening to your greeting, you would enable the dial by extension. If they do not do any action at all, no key is pressed. What would you like to happen? We have options here. We can repeat the prompt, we can hang up, or we can follow any of the previously defined options. Same thing here. If an unassigned key, like we did not assign the 9 or the 0 over here, if they were to press that, what action did you want that caller to take? When you're all done with that, you're going to click Save. And now your options are defined. Your auto attendant is complete.